Do you think I'm materialistic? It is by Caroline, Teresa, Maria, and Lisa. So my first object that I have is an Apple Watch that was gifted to me. I always thought about owning one, but when I finally got it, I realized I'd never use it. To be fair, I'm always at home and I never go out, but it is really expensive and I probably should use it more. So this expensive item has little to no significance or use in my life. Although I do use my Apple Watch when I go to tennis practice, but that is sometimes. This is my TI-84 calculator, and it might not seem much, but it was about $100. This calculator is very important to me because I use it every day, in my math class mostly. I am very fortunate that I can afford this type of luxury because I am not sure how I could go through my math class without it. This luxury object has major significance in my life and has helped me go through the hardest problems. This is some lead that I have for my mechanical pencils that I use. This item is very cheap to get, but it has major significance in my life, as I need lead to write things with my mechanical pencils and to do other things. I don't mind using regular pencils, but buying lead and mechanical pencils are not that expensive, so I buy them. Without lead, I would not be able to finish my assignments and write out my words.
My first object is my iPhone. Even though this was a very expensive item, I use it every day and it is very convenient to me. Some people aren't as fortunate to have a device to communicate with other people, so sometimes I take it for granted and don't realize that it is a privilege. My second object is my TV in my room. I really wanted a TV in my room, but when I got it, I barely used it. This is an example of materialism because since I'm not using it, it has no value. My third object is my lacrosse stick. I chose this because lacrosse has become one of my favorite sports, and I enjoy being on a team with supportive teammates. My lacrosse stick is important to me because the sport has made me a better teammate and a more confident person.
Object number 1. The first object I chose was a cross. I chose this because many people have a religion. We keep these items to pray to or to resemble beliefs to others, even if it's not a cross. I keep this one in my room. We have Bible verses all around our house and other crosses as well. Many people have these too. Object number 2. The second object I chose was a volleyball. I chose this object because my life revolves around the sport. I play for the Terry Sanford team, my travel team, beach, and I coach some of the 12UA girls twice a week. I am always doing volleyball. It is all over my room. I have a ton of t-shirts from tournaments. I'm always on the courts for nationals or tournaments every weekend and or at games. I love volleyball and so do all my friends on my teams. It is a way of life for us and materialistic item that is important. Object number 3. The third object that I chose were my earbuds. In my generation, you will not see very many people without earbuds, and most of the time. People use all different types such as AirPods, headphones, and others. I use my earbuds every day to listen to music or to my classes. My earbuds are very important to me and everyone has them.
The first object I chose is the book I am currently reading. This is important to me because I get to learn about a person's different way of living and am able to feel welcomed into their world. This is the third book of the Red Queen series, which includes a lot of twists, turns, and unexpected events. My sister and I are both reading this series at the same time, so it is a connection I have with her, also, and we always want to finish our book before each other. My second object is a picture of my old slippers. These may not seem very important, but to me they are. I wear these slippers almost every day to the point when the bottom part of the shoe was starting to come apart from the top. However, once I got new slippers, I threw these aside and never thought about them again. Knowing that my slippers are replaceable, I did not worry about them falling apart when other people do not have the luxury of having more than one pair of shoes, let alone slippers. Other people's shoes may be falling apart but do not have the luxury to buy new ones. My third item I chose for this project was a keychain I collected from my travels. This specific keychain is from Holland, from when we took a trip to see the tulips. This might seem unimportant because no one would be able to get all of that information just by looking at this, but these keychains are very special to me. I have acquired other keychains from many other places including Paris, Ireland, Scotland, Rome, and many more. I have most of my keychains now in a box so that I do not lose them, but when I was younger I clipped every single keychain onto my backpack.